Hello, hello, hello. Let me see if I can get that. I think these are, let me see. I think that's better. All right, all right, all right. Hello, hello. How is everyone? It is Wednesday, you guys. Yes, it is Wednesday. And I am here for it. We are here for community conversation. So I hope you guys are um, ready. I hope you are prepared. I have been meeting, busy. Not booked and busy. Nothing like that. Just taking care of business busy. And so doing depositions, just all kinds of things are going on right now. And so I'm just glad to take a breather and spend some times with my people. Okay, my peeps. So yeah, so it has been a busy 7 days since the last time I saw you guys. And I'm just taking it all in stride. I hope you guys are having, amazing days. I pray that everyone is well. I've been praying for a few people. Krista, my assistant, she has been down, down and out. And it's a few other people that are on my prayer list right now. So I am just, I'm taking it all in stride. I'm doing the best that I can. That's what I told. I went to see my masseuse today, and I'm like, I'm just doing the best I can. He said, all right, let's get you straight. And so I'm just like, man, yes. And I did go all natural and found out that I was gray. I see people making comments about the hair. Yeah. But I'm like, it is what it is, you guys. I guess it's time for me to take a break. I don't know how long this break gonna be. Might be 2 days, it might be 2 weeks, might be 2 months. I'm not sure. But hey, this is me at 52, perimenopausal, all the things. This is me, the real me. And so, but I appreciate you guys. I appreciate, she had to cut quite a bit off. I was surprised at how much it had grown. But she ended up cutting it, trimming it a little bit. She was like, I don't really want to layer it too much. And so I was like, do what you gotta do. Thank you for the pink hearts. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Lisa. Thank you, guys. Hey, Nita. Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't know what to do about this. To be honest, y'all, I cried. When she showed me the mirror, I cried because all I saw in that mirror was my mama. And so I'm just like, wow, yeah, this is me. I'll be 52, May 3rd? And so this is me. This is me. That's all I can say. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, Nita. Somebody said I like it better than the Rays. I don't know about that now. I don't know about that. But I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I've been getting a lot of compliments the last couple of days. Like, I got to get used to it, you guys. Yeah, I'm a crybaby anyway. But it just hit me. I was like, oh my God, I look like my mama. and, then, and then I said, oh, I look like somebody's grandma. And my daughter does my hair. She said, you are somebody's grandma. I said, dang, I am. So, hey, I'm living La Vida Loca now with the look. Let me throw it around. Nah. Nah. But I'm excited. Oh, thank you, Tahara. Good to see you. Good to see you, lady. How's that second home coming? How's that coming along? But yeah, I'm excited tonight. I didn't get, like I tell y'all, if y'all don't ask me questions, then I'm either going to give y'all a current event, give y'all what I feel like God gave me to give y'all, or I'm going to answer anybody questions who asked me a question. And so, what? You cut your locks off? Oh my gosh. We really got to catch up. You need to be coming to the VIP day, lady. You know we like to do grown women things here in Arizona. And it's my birthday weekend. You should have came, Nita. Oh my gosh. Tanya says, you are cracking me up. Your grandbabies or your heart. They are. They are. But I don't want to look like a grandma. And I make them call me Mimi. Just, I can kind of sound like they auntie. And then when people see me and my son together, they never think I'm his mama anyway. So I had them call me Mimi. That's what my grandkids call me. But yeah. But all fun and games aside, we got somebody on here that is getting ready for their inspection, honey. Yes, Miss Tanya and Mr. Garrett. They getting ready for their inspection. And so look. She is the one that asked, hey, I want to pass the first time. How do I get ready and prep for this inspection? And so that's what we are going to go over today. What y'all talking about now? I'm coming in August. I was just saying, yes, you do. If you come to Arizona in August, let me know. Hopefully I'm in town. I think I got an event in August. But yeah, let me know when you're coming as soon as you can. And then that way, if I'm not doing anything, I can lock those dates down. Because I definitely want to see you if you come into town. Yeah, I'm going to Florida next week. I will be in Florida for a women's retreat. The Her Soul Women's Retreat. And so I will be touching base with one of the mentees, Tanise. She is in Orlando, Florida. And so I'm going to be doing a tour of her facility. And also, I'll probably, as y'all know, I get the content. So I'll probably record as much as she'll let me record. Because sometimes people don't want me to. And so I will be checking back in with you guys after that. But yeah, I'll be in Florida next weekend. And then the week after that is VIP Day, May 1st. And then my birthday is May 3rd. And we will also be doing the accelerator program for May. The team decided. So I guess Kirby sent me something last night. So I guess we're going to start marketing for that probably today or tomorrow. Kirby, if you on here, you hear me. And so we will be doing the 31-day accelerator for May, my birthday month. We got to celebrate all month, okay? Yes, congratulations to Tanya and Gary of Ohio. Congratulations to them. And also congratulations to Tanise, because she's this close. And so I do want you guys to be prepared for whatever comes your way, because when they get out of that, car to do your inspection, they got one mission on their mind. And that's to find something wrong. No, I'm not. I'm just joking, you guys. Look, don't get nervous, Tanya. Don't get nervous. You got this. As long as you have all your ducks in order, you'll be fine. And so, and even if it doesn't happen the first time, look, I'm just preparing you. It doesn't mean you failed. You know what I'm saying? But we're not doing that in 2025. We getting it right the first time, right? We getting it right the first time. Okay? This is the building and fire inspection. Okay, all right. So we getting that together. Awesome. Next step is the inspection. So make sure for your fire inspection that you have the beds that you are going to be applying for in the home. That is one thing that most fire inspectors want you to have, is the actual beds. So that's right. My mentees be doing the doggone thing, Nita. Shoot, you already know. So yeah. So you already know that the fire inspector is coming out. So you know things that you need to prepare. If you don't, sometimes it's good to reach out to the fire inspector just to see if there's anything special that you need. Most times for a fire inspection, you're going to need to have a smoke detector in each room. You're going to need to have a fire extinguisher. I always say have two. If you have a 2-story, have one downstairs by the kitchen, have one upstairs in the hallway. If you have a 1-story home, have one by the kitchen, and then have one at the end of the hallway by the furthest bedroom. And that's, you know, in most states or counties, that's kind of the minimum requirement. You also want to make sure that your windows aren't like painted closed or anything like that, because not all fire inspectors check that, but some do, because if a fire does happen, you need to, people need to be able to get out of the house. Also too, you need to have your exits. Every place does not require illuminated exits, but you do want to have exit signs above your exits, like of the front door, the back door, the garage, things like that. You want to have an exit sign. Some cities require illuminated signs, so you do need to make sure that, depending on what city. I have the majority of my homes only have an exit sign. I have two homes that actually had to have illuminated signs because of the cities that they were in. So it's just really going to depend. But point blank, know who's coming to inspect you, okay? So know who's coming, know some information about that department so you can be prepared for whichever inspection it is, whether it's building, whether it's fire, whether it's the actual agency like Ohio Department of Developmentally Disabilities, or if it is an actual insurance company. Here in Arizona, Access is actually going out inspecting homes, and that is our Medicaid payer. So just know who is coming out to your home and what is required of that actual entity, okay? And so make sure after your building inspection that you have policies. Everybody needs policies and procedures. You don't actually have to have standard operating procedures, but you have to have policies and procedures, okay? So make sure it's detailed, it's accessible, that you have access to it, whether it's in digital form or if it's in paper form. A lot of them like for it to be in paper form, which this is 2025, but they do. So make sure, care plans, medication management, incident reporting, emergency procedures. I just jotted down a few things that need to be included in that policies and procedures. And just make sure that you keep binders on all of that. Don't just have it any kind of way. The more organized and clean that your home is, the quicker they come in and the quicker they leave. If they see you're discombobulated and you don't know where stuff is, that's the more stuff they're going to search for. So just make sure you know what's in your policies. You know how to locate it. You don't have to have everything in your head. Y'all know I can't remember nothing right now. But as long as I know how to find it, I'm still on top, okay? So make sure you know how to find it. Even if you have to make yourself a little cheat sheet, make yourself a cheat sheet and keep it to the side. When they ask you for stuff, if it don't come to you, look at your cheat sheet. Oh yeah, okay, that's this. Let me go here. Do whatever you have to do to make it easy and quick, fast, because you do not want any agency up in your house all day, because the more they look, the more they gonna find, and the more they gonna start asking you for. So that's just more of a potential for you to get a deficiency, okay? Keep everything labeled, everything organized. That's just, you know what I'm saying? You would think that is common sense, but when you're going through the process, sometimes things kind of, it's hit and miss. So just make sure that you have tabs on everything. Everything is labeled, everything is organized, and you know where everything is, okay? Staffing and training. Every staff member needs to have a file. Most agencies require 2 mock files. You're going to need that background check, even on you as an owner. I had to do a background check on myself. I had to pull my fingerprint card, my driver's license, my driver record, all of that for me. So make sure you have a complete file. First aid, CPR, all of that, any type of training. If you're supposed to go through medication training, make sure you have it documented. Make sure we actually have a skills training that we give everybody in orientation. And it breaks down basically everything. They have to sign off on it, and the person training them has to sign off on it. You need to have something like that. So everything is covered that is required. Documented of 8 to 40 plus hours of any IDD or any type of DDD or any type of behavioral health training that was required of you. You need to make sure you have that and have it documented. And even when you have a resume, you still need to fill out an application. You do, the owner. So make sure you have an application. Make sure you call references, and you wrote down on that application when you called your own references. These are the type of things that are required in most states. So just make sure. I'd rather have more than to not have enough. So make sure you're doing all of these things. Okay? And when they ask you, bam, you already got a binder for it. Yes, we did training. Here's my training binder. Yes, we have first aid for this employee. Here's their employee file, and it is complete. So these are the type of things you want to be organized. You want to have it labeled, and you want it to be quickly accessible for that person. Okay? Your home must be clean, clean, hazard-free, and please let it smell good. I already know, Tanya, your house gonna smell good. I'm saying this for somebody that might watch this later on. Just let it smell good, okay? Don't let it smell bleachy. And a lot of people think you have to use bleach in your home. You don't have to use bleach in your home. There's so many alternatives now. I haven't used bleach in my group homes in years because I think it causes respiratory problems. So if I'm not going to use it in my personal home, I'm definitely not going to put it in my group homes. So I use an alternative product that disinfects, but it doesn't have those respiratory side effects that bleach has. But not to get off topic, I'm just saying, don't let it smell so chemically, because you never know. The surveyor might come into your home and they might be like me. They don't use bleach. So it might be like, oh my God, you're trying to kill me. You get what I'm saying? So you want to make it smell good, but not let it be overwhelming. Have the proper signage up. All your signs, your escape plan, all of that. Post rights of your residents, abuse hotline info, all your paperwork that needs to be on there, house rules, all of that needs to be posted when they come to do your inspection. So make sure that all required paperwork or any paperwork that you feel is applicable, let it be posted. Okay? This is a little joke. If it looks like a trap house, then guess what? It probably is. So make sure your house is in order. Make sure things are put together. Y'all would not believe. I had to tell people here in Arizona, don't get old mattresses off of the street corner and put them in your home. People was doing that. Okay? So I'm just saying. You think things or don't need to be said, but it does, because people try to cut corners when I might buy everything used in my house except for mattresses and linen. I'm not going to buy used mattresses, and I'm not going to buy used towels and used linen. I buy everything else used. I would buy used silverware, used dishes, all of that, used furniture, everything. But I'm not going to buy used mattresses, and I'm not going to buy used linens. That's just me. So I'm saying, you make sure that things that you have in your house are applicable to starting a new group home. Make sure you think about it. I've actually used furniture covers for someone. They were like, hey, I used the majority of my money paying you to be my mentee. This is what I have to get my house together. And we had to get some furniture and cover it with furniture covers. I'd rather do that than to use a used mattress. You get what I'm saying? So there's just some things you don't buy used. Bleach does cause respiratory issues. Number one reason why people end up in the ER. I know. That's what I'm saying. And NEDA people don't know that. I have not used bleach in my personal home for my twins are 26. I have not used bleach in my home in 26 years. I use another disinfectant in my home, and it's called Solumil. It's made by a company called Melaleuca, and that's what I use in my home. But yes, I don't like bleach. Mattresses are too cheap to buy used. Exactly. You can get them for like $99 or something like that, something crazy. But people, I'm telling you, they have a standing rule here in Arizona now, but when I first started, people were doing it using used mattresses. Now you have to have a brand new mattress with a mattress pad on it. And I'm telling you, it's in the rules. So that'll tell you people was doing it. People was using old mattresses. Yeah. Yes, Diane, old mattresses. So yeah. Okay, so medication management. Make sure you have locks for your med room or med cabinet or whatever you're doing. Lock meds up, period. You need to I put that on there. Lock meds up, period. Because when people come into a group home, there really isn't anything that you can give them without a doctor's order. Seriously, like I have to give a doctor's order in my group homes to give medicated toothpaste, to give cough drops, anything with any type of medication in it. I have to get a doctor's order for it. I actually did a consulting job before. This is funny. There was a woman, this was a senior home. There was a woman in this home. She had a doctor's order, a prescription for one shot of, what do Russians drink? Vodka? I think it's vodka. One shot of vodka a day. The doctor gave her a doctor's order because she was Russian. And she had been drinking vodka all her life. This lady was like 90 years old, and she had a prescription for 1 shot of vodka a day. And they gave it to her. So I'm saying, you got to have doctor's orders for basically everything. So you need to have somewhere to store that, a binder for your orders, someplace, and then your medication needs to be locked up. No matter what it is, no matter what the medication is, whether it is, dental, prescription, gosh, why am I forgetting prescription toothpaste or whatever it is, it needs to be locked up. Me, myself, I lock up personal hygiene products too, because you would not believe how many people will down mouthwash because it has a lot of alcohol in it. People have been known to, this is one thing that y'all need to realize too. We lock up spices. I don't know if y'all know, but people snort spices. I didn't even know that. And later on, we found out that one of our clients was snorting up, I can't remember what it was, if it was cinnamon or cumin or something. But now we have a magnet lock on all of our spices. So that's that's an added bonus. Just lock up everything. Now, I'm just saying, you got to be careful, because someone will take something so minute that you don't even think about. Who would have known that people were trying to snort spices and getting high off of it? But things like that, y'all already know. Paint, they inhale paint. It's a lot of different things that people do to get high or to get a buzz. And so in our homes, basically hygiene products, cleaning products, medication, all of that. We have locked cabinets for all of it. So something to think about. But have copies of, sorry. I was going back to to employee files. Sorry. Just make sure, everything is clean, everything is posted, and everything is locked up. My mind is like tonight, y'all. Medication management, we went over that. Emergency preparedness, you need to have binders for any audits that you need, any fire drills, because those have to be documented monthly for both shifts. So you make sure you have binders for that type of stuff. Evacuation map, emergency contacts, which you can put those inside of the client files, like any emergency contacts that they have. But your meeting points and your emergency evacuation, that should be posted on the wall, because everybody needs to be able to see that. And then any plans for medical or natural disasters. We have these red bags that we keep, like a plug-in phone. We keep two-way radio or something like that in it. We have a face sheet for everybody in there, and we call them our red emergency bags. So if there's a natural disaster, we have everything in that bag that we need to get out of there and to take those people somewhere else. And then we have a designated place to go if something happens. Like it could be another group home. It could be a hotel. It could be a facility that you have a relationship with. It could be anything, but we have all of that already. Tanya said, gross. I'm reading y'all comments now. I'm scared of used mattresses and couches. I'll do a couch. I won't do a mattress. Yeah. A lot of times the furniture in my homes are either that fake leather or either real leather. And so you get cleaning wipes, and you clean it off. And so I don't really do, what do you call it? Like cloth furniture in my group homes. I don't know. It's just too many people in and out. So that's my preference. So all of my homes either have real leather furniture or that fake type leather furniture, faux leather or whatever they call it. And so we just wipe it off. But yeah, so I don't mind, used couches and chairs, but I'm not going to do no mattress. Yeah, so client files, make sure you have client files that have emission documentation, assessments or ISPs. Some people do individual service plans. Some people do care plans, daily notes, progress logs, consent forms, emergency contacts. I tell you guys, a lot of stuff that we do now is electronic because you can access it from anywhere if you need it. But if you are not at that point, I've been recommending to everybody just go electric. But when you first start, when you're going through the inspection, you want to be able to hand them a file. So I would say, plus you haven't had any clients, so you're just giving them like a mock file with documents in it. And so make sure you do things like color code or put tabs or things like that. Just make them feel like you're organized and you're going to do things in an organized fashion. Then you need to get your log books. There's a log books for different things. You might have a log book for communication notes. These are just little notes that people jot down throughout the day so they won't forget when it's changeover. So it might be, Sabrina went to her doctor's appointment. She came back. She did not have a medication sheet. I called the doctor's office to have them fax it, and be looking out for it just in case if it didn't come by the time I leave. It could be something, like that. Because so much happens during the day, I always suggest a communication log. So when it happens, they know they can jot it down. And then when the person comes in on the next shift or when they're doing the changeover, they can go back and say, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you this. And it's in the communication log. So, and then who knows? Somebody might get sick. I had a young lady a couple of weeks ago. She got sick in the middle of the shift, had to leave. Had not wrote down little notes, she got sick, she would have forgot, and then something would have got missed. So it's always good to have a communication log so your employees, and then you can go back in there and look and see what happened during the day and be nosy. So it's just good to have that. Some people call them shift change notes, stuff like that. I call it a communication log. You want to have something to hold on to your incident reports. You want to have a visitor sign-in book or a sign-in sheet on a clipboard. That's what we use at the front door because you want to know who's coming in and out. Staff sign-in sheets, if that's something you do. I have something where they just clock in on the computer. When they get there, it's just up to you. And then maintenance requests. If you're making maintenance requests, to whoever's the maintenance person is, make sure you're jotting those things down and that you keep track. And it's a good way to go back and say, well, dang, we just had this done, 2 weeks ago. Why does this keep happening? And then you get used to it. Or like me, I tell you guys in my group homes, there's this Drano stuff that I pour down the drain. Well, I don't pour it down, but my maintenance guy pours it down the drain at the beginning of the month. He changes the filters. He does little things at the house. Then he writes it down. It's good to keep those notes so you can know if things are being done, because you want to change filters in your group home. You want to, keep the toilet clear, because I'm telling you, If you got a behavioral health group home, them psych meds be messing people up. and you will have plumbers there all the time. So it's just good to keep that drain open in your group home so you don't be paying a lot of money out for a plumber. Do I need an EMR by inspection time plus a mic valve? No. That's what I was saying. If you're brand new, this your first inspection, you don't necessarily need an EMR. And then two, you can always ask them, is there one that they recommend or that they've seen a lot of people use that's easy to use or something like that, and you can get a recommendation. I always tell you guys, I use CareSoft, and I can post a link or whatever for that, but you don't need it when you first get your inspection. I do recommend as you get clients that you do get it or have a demo done so you can see how it works, because